stay away from topics that I want to cover in the future, so I won't tweet about politics ever, like any opinions. I also use Muckrock's Disclaimify feature, so that it's a link that you put in to say, nothing that I tweet, no retweets, nothing's an endorsement, and you can't fit in 160 characters. Disclaimify is really a great feature, and a lot of journalists are using it. As soon as they listed me, I started using it. Disclaimify, sure. Let me write it in the notes. Disclaimify. It's done.
So that's part of Muckrock?
It is part of Muckrock, yeah. They, if you just search Disclaimify, it'll come up. It's just a page that it's a URL that you put in your Twitter profile, and it's a page that they host that says, this user wants you to know about XYZ. Like, none of the tweets are important. None of the tweets are endorsements. Sorry, yes. So, and I think that that's really great. The other thing that I try to do on Twitter is, I feel it's important as a journalist to share a little bit of yourself no matter what you're talking about. So, that's why you have to tweet about your dog, or you have to tweet about what you're doing or where you're going. You have to give a little to get more. I randomly tweeted a complaint about something to Good Morning America, and they retweeted me back, and then they commented. So, if you kind of have to just interact with everybody.
Yeah, like my friend Jackie, right now, seriously, Paco is excited to be part of Struck Your Month.
I think that on Saturday.
That's cute. That's very cute.
But I notice on the
weekend, I know
Jack. I see more of that. You know what I mean? Like when people are home with their families, you see more of that. During the day, people are sharing work. People have a different mindset about that. If you guys want cards, they're back there. I know it's long. If anybody wants to go, cards are back there. If you have any other questions, but go ahead.
You don't talk about anything you want to cover.
Certain things that if I'm not covering them now. So with very strong opinions, like politics, I won't comment on at all because I'm afraid that could potentially in the future be taken in the wrong way. Because I think if I was, the way that I think about it is, if I was covering that beat right now, would I be comfortable with my readers seeing a tweet like that? I'll retweet political stuff all the time. I just won't make a comment on it. And the other thing is, if you make a comment or change somebody's tweet, so even if you cut out a word to make it fit, put MT for modified tweet in front of it. Because then it shows that you changed what that person was trying to say. Because you're going to include their handle, hopefully. I mean, that's a nice thing to do. But you don't want them to kind of get in trouble with their employer or with their readers. Another thing that's great on Twitter is hat tip, HT. So if you want to say, like, thanks for that tip or whatever, and you don't want to use all those words, you just put HT, so-and-so. You could also do plus at somebody if you want them to see something. RT, retweet, is still being used, but I think that's a little bit more for if you're just retweeting exactly what the person tweeted. Because it's getting harder to determine, who says what on Twitter, I think, or who endorses what notions on Twitter. So I think that's something that you really have to be careful with. Because you don't want your followers or your friends or just people you're interacting with to get annoyed. Because you never know when you're going to meet somebody in real life or look to them for a job or, whatever. You don't want them to say, oh, you're that